Hey parents, here's what your student's learning about this week at Connect. This week will be our very last Connect meeting of spring 2024. And as we wrap things up and encourage students as they go into their summers, we want to be talking about what it means to be a contagious Christian. Last week we covered the why, and this week we will be covering the how. To summarize last week's point, God cares about all lost souls, and therefore we should too. We must go out to follow the Great Commission to tell others about Jesus. And a big part of this is being a contagious Christian, going out and evangelizing through not just our words, but our actions and the way that we just behave. If we love Jesus in a very contagious way, others are going to want to know him and love him too. But to do this, there are three main things that we have to keep in mind. The first of these three main points is to know what we believe. Before we ever think about going out and sharing about Jesus, we have to have a very base level, at least, of what we know to be true about Jesus, what we know to be true about our faith. We don't have to be experts. We don't have to have answers to all of the questions, but we should have a very base level knowledge. Once we know what we believe, then we can move on to the second point, which is to live what we believe. If we're going to share about Jesus with other people, they are going to have an expectation that our life has been impacted by his life. It would be hypocritical for us to not be living in line with the things that we know we believe, and other people are going to pick up on that. So once we know what we believe, we must live what we believe. And finally, share what we believe. The third step is the hardest, but it is just as equally important as the first two. If we're going to know what we believe and live what we believe, we must go out and tell others. And it all comes back to that big why. If every soul matters to God, then every soul should matter to us too. And we should want to go out, be contagious Christians, and tell them about Jesus. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this video can spark some awesome conversations between you and your student.